Hello there. How is everyone this full moon? Yeah, let's get into this. This month, this moon, we are using, the Heart of Fairy and Trove of Dreams. Heart of Fairy card, the Lord of the Forest. How can you connect with nature? How can you connect with the wild? How can you connect with this inside you? It doesn't even have to be going into a literal forest. How can you find that forest within inside you? Where is that forest living within you? That wildness, that empowerment, that knowing, that connection to self, to the earth star. He's a power player. He's a very powerful guy. He represents the divine masculine, but yeah, that's only what we all have this combined in us. No matter how you identify, no matter how female you identify as, you still have this in you. You have that masculine, and the same with masculine. You have the feminine within you. Everyone has this, and we need to seek it out in ourselves. Find that Lord of the Forest within yourself. Find the empowerment that comes from feeling masculine energies. Not that feminine energies are not powerful, they're just different. Let's not judge them here. Let's just work with them as what they are and not try and step out of our cultural paradigms of what is masculine and what is feminine. It's oftentimes with fairy, even what is masculine and feminine can be very morphing. And same with divinity. Divinity is not necessarily, he or she, even though we refer to them, we visualize them as male or female. So remember that as you step into the empowerment that the Lord of the Forest can bring. It's not necessarily all masculine. He's not necessarily all feminine. What is he? How do you combine those traits within you? And how do you step out of the cultural paradigms that say the Lord is male, the Lord is masculine, and this is what masculine is? He's challenging that paradigm of what you have known. And believe me, having taken a class on how you classify kin, stepping out of those paradigms can be very difficult. Kinship classifications, one of our most basic ways of relating how people are related to us, and you don't realize how entrenched you are in it until aunt. You can't say aunt anymore because aunt in that structure doesn't make sense. We all left that class saying things like, oh, mother's brother's sister. I'm serious. There was no aunts anymore. It was kind of crazy. But on to the tarot. Oh, temperance, temperance, temperance. Yeah, this has that strong feel of just not forcing the balance, not even looking for the balance, just letting the balance happen. And I think that's also part of this, is like going into that forest of self is going to help create the balance that's coming with temperance that we really need. All right, my eyes are really watery this morning. Catkins from aspens, yay. So if I start watering, I'm not crying, I'm just having allergies. But temperance, back to temperance and the forest. I feel like this dude, where is he? There he is here to help us balance. We go into that forest of self. We go into the Lord of Forest that resides within all of us. And he's going to help us bring the balance about. And it's not a balance of force, not a balance of force. It's not even a balance of trying. It's just a balance of like, okay, balance. And closing your eyes and tapping into yourself and bringing that balance in and letting these two really, really, really work together. Because that's what they need to do to bring in what temperance is asking, of creating some semblance of balance. Because you're going to need that. And part of why we're going to need that balance is we get a really fun card this moon. The Five of Cups. And this almost feels more like a warning card than an actual this is happening right now card. It could be in your life. So if it is, look at these two cards and really see what they're saying to you to work through this. Five of Cups. What's feeling shattered? What feels emotionally depleted? Why are we sitting in the corner all sad? How can we move out of that? And that's where these two people come in. Temperance and the Lord of the Forest, working together to create a balance within self that lets you balance this sorrow of the heart out, the sadness that's residing in the heart outside of you. I guess I was what I was coming out of my mouth. Is it outside of you though? Maybe the sorrow is outside of you. That was an interesting choice of words. Because as I was saying, I'm like, do I mean outside or do I mean in your actual heart? And then I said outside of you. So is this something that's impacting you that's outside? How are you looking at it? Are you using mindset? Are you using temperance to balance things out naturally? Are you letting the Lord of the forest and the wild come in to help guide you on what is there? So this may be in you, or this may be an outside influence. Who's messing with you? Who is sending you into the Five of Cups, and how can you use yourself, your own heart, to move out of that? That's an interesting little concept there. Sometimes I don't even know what's going to come out of my mouth. And it's so funny. People ask me questions. I used to do card pulls in groups, and people would ask me, like, afterwards a question or something. I'm like, I'm sorry, I really don't remember your reading, because it gets stumped, because it's not mine. Like, these are kind of mine, but they're not mine. But personal readings really aren't mine for the most part, so I just stump them. That's what I call it. It's like, I just stumped it. It's like hitting delete. I don't keep them. I may keep certain aspects of messages, but not really. Okay. Ooh. I am peace. This is our affirmation card for the new moon. So when we look at what we have, especially with this one, I feel like I'm peace. I'm peace. How can you bring that peace into the Five of Cups? Because everyone is like, ooh, fives, no. So I am peace is our affirmation card this month. Or moon. I keep saying month. Because there's two moons in a month, which means there's 2 months in a month. Whatever. When I say month, I mean moon. When I say moon, I mean, moon. So I am peace. I am peace. And remember that as you're navigating through the Five of Cups, whether it's an internal upheaval or an external one, remember that. Bring this in. So I think this is going to play really well with these guys. So really just let those flow with I am peace. And I am peace to me, really has this feel of that flow, that natural balance that I was talking about with temperance and the Lord of the Forest earlier. Alrighty. That is, before I forget this, because I do that kind of stuff, full moons on my birthday this year, and to celebrate full moon on the birthday, I am introducing the Amethyst Angel reading for transmutation of dark energy. It's an extremely wonderful reading that I've been playing around with on myself for a while. Very empowering. Gotten some very powerful messages from the Amethyst Angel and transmuting what I'm working through. And decided it's time to introduce it to the greater world. So it is currently being introduced and on sale because it's my birthday. It's my birthday. And it's 20% off, so it's normally $50, which 20% makes it $40 if I calculated correctly, which is always possible and I didn't. So, but it is $40 until April 22nd. Links below if you want to book one. And I'll see you at the new moon. Bye-bye.